All righty, I'm live. Do I have anybody? Let's take a look. Doesn't look like yet. Late night to try to catch those West Coast. Oh, looks like I got somebody in chat. Welcome to MacBean Scottish Fitness. I'm going to do a late night chat here. Hopefully everybody will sit there and kind of participate. And then we can have some fun. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm going to play a little Fallout 3. So I usually don't have them here late at night, but I figured I'd try to catch some people I haven't caught in a while. I know I've had some that were out in Hawaii that used to jump in on my live chats. I know Hawaii is like a good 4 or 5 hours ahead of me. So I figured I'd try a late night one here and see who I got. James, hey, good evening. How you doing? Good seeing you, brother. So today I got a lot done. Start out with getting the mower fired up and mowing the areas that weren't underwater. Mowed around the gun range. Later on, I planted a raspberry and blackberry bush by the pond. I did have a great day. It was a really good day. Actually, we celebrated Mother's Day last night. Hey, Apocalyptic Ben, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. We celebrated Mother's Day yesterday. The two daughters had set us up with a scavenger hunt, gave us clues to go to different places, and basically bought our tab at the trading post and then Clark's Run. And then bought us dinner at Starved Rock Lodge. So we had a really good time. So today it was getting things done. I made a run to the store, bought some more plants because nutrition is really important. I'm MCC2, by the way. We stay strong. It was fun. We had a really good time. The whole evening. We got home around 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And we had a full day. So got the mowing done, where I could. Got the plants planted, watered plants, went to the store, bought more soil, bought another 8 bags of cow manure and peat moss. Took a walk back in the woods. I think about 2.5 miles total. Had a really good time doing that. Kind of discovered some tracks out there for deer and raccoon, and just a relaxing day. I figured I'd do a live stream and catch maybe people on the West Coast that don't. You work the punching bag from time to time. Not often, but if the gym has it, sometimes I'll work on it. Yeah, the neighbor stopped over with another 2 dozen eggs, and then she told me that I could just go out with a cart out in their field. They got cattle, and pick up the cow manure there and just put it in the garden. And I figured I'd just go out there with a 5-gallon bucket. She goes, "Oh, I'll take a cart." I said, "Well, I really can't get through the fence with a cart, so I'm thinking a bucket's going to be fine." So I got 1 thumbs up. If you come popped in, please hit the thumbs up. I got showing 4 or 5 in chat, kind of bouncing in and out. I did also buy some more containers for my lunches. I'm definitely increasing the calories, although my weight has been about 238, which is good. Tomorrow's live stream will be from the gym. So I will be at the gym. It'll be a bench day. The vertigo hasn't been bothering me as much. I have been doing some maneuvers called Epley maneuver. They kind of help with that, and I think it's been helping. I've been buying more veggies, been eating more fruits, oatmeal in the morning. But still, eating eggs. Today we had pancakes, eggs, and sausage. And yesterday I made a omelet for us with green peppers, bacon, and cheese. Still a lot of calories. Somebody asked me, God, your breakfast is all protein. What do you do for carbs? Well, actually I'm getting about 12 to 15 grams of carbs just from the milk. And green peppers have a few, but not much. Also, I believe eggs have carbs. Always get on top of that nutrition. Of eggs. So 5 grams of fat, 7 grams of high quality protein, 75 calories. Well, it varies on the size of the egg too. Here we go. So not much in the way of carbohydrates. So the carbohydrates I'm getting from the milk. Yeah, I do drink a lot of the milk, so that's good. One of the kiddos here made pancakes for the wifey. Given the day it is, I thought that was nice. They let me sleep in and took care of things. Well, it's pretty good of the kids. Yeah, nutrition is important. Exercise, sleep, and nutrition are like your 3 key steps. I've been going backpacking. Were you a wrestler or athlete, martial arts? Just wondering. So I wrestled in school. I was also a distance runner, believe it or not, for track and cross country. I took up martial arts many times while I was in the service. Basically, when I was over in Korea, I took Taekwondo. Came back to the States. It was karate, arnis, and jiu-jitsu. And I found martial arts to be a really good form of exercise and stress reducing things. So, yep, I kept on top of that. Also do a lot of shooting. Pretty good with a bow, pretty good with a knife. But yeah, always tried to keep myself in shape. Coached a lot of the sports for my kids, and sometimes not even my kids. So, and now I do powerlifting. So I've been powerlifting since 2010. Give me kind of idea. There's some of my trophies. Yep. The karate and taekwondo martial arts are a great way to get stretched out. Great stress reduce stress. Just really good for the mental health too. It's not something I go, oh, look out, I'm a black belt. Generally I kind of keep that to myself. And at 61 years old, we're really in that situation where we almost got into it on Saturday. I'm always scanning my area, always checking my 6, as you say. And when we went into the trading post, as we were pulling in, I seen a gentleman who's about my size, younger. But hey, Randy, how you doing? And I could just tell he had a chip on his shoulder about life in general. And when we went into the trading post, he looked like he was going to say something derogatory to my wife. And And when he turned around to talk to his buddy, I made eye contact with him and kind of let him know, you don't want to do that. And they ended up leaving. But I could just tell him, no, he goes, well, how'd you identify? I said, I seen it as soon as we pulled him. I was still in the car. I said, this guy had jerk written all over him. And he was looking to sit there. And I mean, like I said, he's a big guy. He's my size, 6'4", probably even a little bit heavier than me. But I'm like, I don't think so. Well, like I said, once I stared him down and he realized that wasn't going to fly at this place because it's a friendly place. You don't come around and try to, show how tough you are at this place. It's, family oriented. They had a really nice band. We had some people that come in from Iowa. They're older couples than us. They're really good dancers. They're just a pleasure to watch how they're doing the jitterbug and other things like that, and just having a good old time. So that was fun. And then we went to Clark's Run and munching on a chicken veggie soup. So I made chicken, and then I made a rice dish, a Goya rice dish. And that's going to be, I got like 3 chicken breasts. I cook extra because I'll be taking them to lunch tomorrow. So I got 3 chicken breasts, which I'll cut up and then put the rest of the rice in there. Well, I hate being physical with people. I had something happened this summer where a moving truck was blocking the street and said some things to my wife. She messaged me and I had to adjust them. Well, yeah, sometimes adjustments are needed. The way I look at it is if you allow a situation to continue to happen, it will continue to happen. I was always one of, let's stop it before it becomes an issue. When we lived in Joliet, I just had this car pull over, and these 2 big guys are out there, and they're sitting there right in front of my property, and I came out, can I help you, gentlemen? And they're like, oh, we're just, repoers, we're just doing our paperwork. And I said, yeah, Dominic's got a nice parking lot right down the road. And they're like, oh, yep, okay. And they left, and because, now they're going to start getting the habit that they can stop in front of my property, and that's not it. Papa Ben, hope to be in your shape at 61. Great work, man. You're familiar with Cal Sanders, Penn State wrestling coach. Yeah, I've heard of him. He was a good wrestler, 158-0, never lost. Friend of the family, lots of wrestlers in the family. So I wrestled for Providence High School. My boy wrestled. I told him it's one of those things that once you learn, there's always going to be a benefit if you do get in a scrap, because if you do have to sit there and get in a scrap with somebody and it's hands-on, the wrestlers always had the advantage. Once I get a hold of somebody, then it's no longer martial arts, it's wrestling. And probably judo, some jiu-jitsu moves too. Great, I've adjusted a few male attitudes in my day. I imagine so. Sometimes we can have an attitude, but not me, because I'm a saint. But wife's already in the bedroom. So goes to the ground. They usually, however, kicks take out wrestlers. Yeah. Of course, my always feeling is to try to avoid the situation. My first thing is to try to avoid. Recognize that their situation can happen. And if I can, I'll remove myself from the area. And unless, of course, you're insulting my wife, then I have no problem jumping in. Which it was kind of glad it didn't happen, because it was the first place we went on our scavenger hunt. And we weren't there 10 minutes, and that would have kind of ruined the whole day. So I'm glad they left. But yeah, we ended up finishing having dinner. And the first thing is avoidance always should be your first thing. Especially this day and age. Back when we were kids, you get a fight with somebody, black eye, bloody nose, or whatever, and you shook hands, and you may not be friends afterwards, but the issue was solved, and there was no more problems. These day and ages, they'll either keep at it, come back and try to shoot you later, or get a lawyer. You never know. Right. You can't square up like you used to. So I'll be honest with you, when I'm out, I have it concealed, and I have it. You know, may never have to use it, and that'd be a great thing. But if I have to, it's there. 90% of the time, I can deal with things just with intimidation, or like you said, the place is that bad of a place, you just leave it. There's no reason to stay in there. But getting back on the fitness and nutrition and that, at the age of 6, Daddy taught me karate chops to the side of his neck. I practiced on it until he was red. Ouch. So I did take my oldest kid into the karate class, and our niece and that, and she picked up on it really well. I taught my youngest daughter fighting sticks and throwing knives, and then I taught all the kids how to shoot. One time too many, and I leveled them. And I'm sure that stopped the teasing. The greatest warriors never have to fight, I was told. Yeah, now you're right. It used to be all that fighting, it was fun, but now it's weapons and legal fees. Yeah, to plan things out. So I will be uploading the video on Monday. I was able to upload the hike video because I went into town to go shopping, and the town has a really good 5G service, so I knew I could. It was like a 15-minute video. I knew I'd be able to sit there and load it up. So I went back to the woods behind me. I didn't find any mushrooms, but I did find some other things of interest that if you watch, you might enjoy. And it was just really relaxing to be out there. It was nice and quiet, and I had the whole forest to myself, and it was kind of nice. When you were 6 when you beat them up? My goodness. Too funny. But yeah, the ones that had a problem, the ones that are out there looking for a fight. And like I said, I identified that guy was he was looking for trouble, and he thought he could get away with it because of his size and that. And as most bullies are, they tend to back off when they're dealing with somebody who was on an equal level, and I was at an equal level with him. I mean, he had youth on his side, but I had age and experience, and I was really going to that point where I was getting pissed off. You were wiry, time girl, as they used to call it. So next week is going to be kind of exciting. I should be able to get my garden hopefully mostly planted. Tomorrow's supposed to be 80s and windy, and that should dry out the field rather quickly. Between it being 80 and between it being windy out, both of them should kind of help out. And then it's going to be like 85, 88, 88, 90. So I think by Friday, I should have the garden pretty much planted or and ready for everything. I'll probably plant it. I bought 4 pepper. Well, total I got 4 pepper plants. I think I got 3 tomato plants. Yep. Sunday until Friday and Saturday. So then I'll probably work the overtime this weekend. Have a drip my irrigation system I used before. I need to get it set up again for the new gardens. Yeah, that's a great thing to have. I don't have that. I have the go to the pond and the 5-gallon bucket, and then fill it up and then pour that into the watering can, and then walk over there and start watering. Now, one year I did hook up a sump pump setup where I could drop it in the pond, and I ran a hose to the garden. But nothing does better than just regular healthy rain. But it's in the ground right now will probably spring up by midweek because of the heat. So they definitely have gotten saturated. Hopefully not too saturated, but I'm thinking by Thursday or Friday I should see the beans and the lettuce and the carrots and onions and all that other stuff I plant. I should start seeing it to pop up. And I'm going to attempt some container growing on my patio. And I don't think I'll do it on the patio, but I did order 6 grow bags, 30 gallons, and they came in already. And then I went out and I bought 6 seed potatoes. So I'll put a potato in each bag. My buddy in West Virginia had really good luck with that. What I'll do is I'll probably put a tarp out by the garden and then just set them on the tarp. So I don't have to worry about weeds, but then it can maintain some of the water as it pours through there and soak it back in. And if it's successful, then the next year I might get some more, but I don't want to overdo it. I figure 6 will be plenty to let me know if it's worthwhile doing. And I think the bags are good for a couple of years. Hopefully 3 or 4. Weren't too bad. I got the 6 bags, I think, for like $30. And they're 30 gallons, so they're significantly good. It take a lot of soil to fill them up. I do have pine soil and cow manure and other stuff to put in there. Piece of cardboard. Or some straw. I get hold of that. I did that last year. I had a lot of containers. I had a lot of buckets out here. I was using coffee cans too. And I was growing peppers and tomatoes out of them. And I'd grow them until they got about that tall. And then I'd just pull them out and transplant them again. And they did pretty well that one year I did that. And I just need to do that again. Morning Girl Hobbies. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I got to keep busy. The wife understands that. If I'm outside, I got to be doing something. So yeah, I had a full day. I could have got the whole lawn mowed if it was dry, but I got about, I would say, half of it done. Like I said, I got the raspberries and blackberries planted. I took a walk in the woods, picked some bluebells for Mrs. Scottish Fitness for Mama's Day and brought them back to her. She's got them in a vase. I have uploaded that one. So if you watch that, you can see some of the nice flowers that are growing back in the woods and that, and some of the animal tracks I found in that, but it was a good exercise. And I'll probably try to do that on a weekly thing, because as it starts leaving up and as it starts getting more and more vegetation in there, the whole look will change. But I was hoping to find some morels, but I didn't find any. Might be too late, but it was just way too wet to get back there before. We have all our raised beds souped up, ready for growing. Yeah, I still got to build a lot of mine. I only got one out there, and I'm going to actually increase the height. It's kind of like an almost raised bed, but it's not really raised. It's just a 2x6 high. So I'm going to pop it up one more level. I actually did that quick video where I got those on my MacBean farms and prepping, where I save those bags from the grocery store, those plastic bags, and use them to tie around my feet. And then you literally can walk on mud. So the mud won't stick to your feet or won't stick to your shoes. And you can go in there and you can get some weeds pulled and stuff like that. And then actually sometimes during harvest season, it allowed me to get in there and harvest stuff. Then when you're done, you just tear them off and throw them in the garbage. Or around the May 24th weekend. And you're up there a little bit higher north, so it could be. Plant some canned mint in the gardens for Binks. I don't know if I want Binks in the garden, although she does go in there. I am going to put some motion detectors out there. I had the one year because I had a animal that was tearing stuff up. Oh, catnip. Yeah, no, I'm not putting any catnip in there. She's crazy enough as it is. Actually, when I bought that toy, there was a lady there in the department. And she goes, "Don't get anything with the catnip. Just get the regular ones." It might be early this morning. You can maybe go tomorrow. So where do you usually find them? Are they, against logs? Are they in very dense wooded areas? Are they in very light wooded areas? I've never really went and looked for morels before. So I did, I went in a low area, then I did come up to a higher area, nothing in the woods, and then I opened in a more open area, but I didn't see any. It could be just too soon. I know Ark Wildman Survival has found him, but he's down there in Arkansas. So it's definitely, and I think that was last week when he found some. So maybe they just haven't popped up yet. Heavy wooded areas, although normally near old trees with low bushes around them. Okay, well, that was definitely through there. Cat mint. Might just be another name for it, I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully by Thursday I should have most of the garden planted. It'll go from saturated to a dry desert rather quickly. Still too wet to run the rototiller through it, and I don't think I'll be able to do it tomorrow either. But I think I'll do some of those grow bags, and tomorrow's live will be at the gym. So actually, we'll go to the gym to do the live stream. I figured that way I can kind of kill two birds with one stone. It might be a little later than 9:15, and I'm not sure. It depends how early I truly get up. I'm planning on getting up at 6. Maybe boiling some eggs for the wife, and she's only got like 2.5 weeks left, and then school's out. But if I can eat breakfast with the wife before she goes to school, then it gives me from like 7 to 8:30 to get some internal things done, maybe even some planning. Might do one of those grow bags. And then I can get to the gym. I can do the workout. The workout somewhere between 9:15 and 11 o'clock. And it gets me home around noon. Lets me get maybe another. That doesn't give me much time because I go to work at 1. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Is you try to sit there and squeeze all this stuff into one day, which is great because the day goes by quickly. Now was it Friday night? I got home about 11:30, and I think I stayed on the computer until about 12:15. Got to watch some videos that I had missed out. Not that I got to watch them all the way through, but I got to watch some from the Body Beat Down and Ark Wildman Survival and the Northern Girl Hobbies. I watched a few years. Also Jennifer Cruz. Just kind of go through because at work I can pop into live chat and say hello everybody, but I can't hear anything. There's so much machinery noise behind us, and we're in earplugs as it is. I can't hear a thing that's going on. Yep, I was traveling. I have so many videos to catch up on still. Yep. And I was doing that today. I was popping on a few of them and watching them and having a good time. I missed Shotgun Saturday night, but I was out with the wife, so that was going to happen. Keep doing stuff. Busy day tomorrow. Night, Mac and folks. Happy Mother's Day. All the special days. Thank you, Northern Girls Hobby. Night to you too. Thanks for stopping in. Do appreciate it. Got a channel too, so I'll have to check that out. Let me. I can actually do that now. Pop again. Can I just grab that? Here we go. Let me pop up here in descriptions. Do a search. Gosh, should just hang on a second here. Let me do this the easy way. Copy. Paste. Search. There you are. And I have just subscribed. And I'll keep that there so I can watch some of your videos maybe tomorrow. Wait, yeah. I usually try to do the YouTubing when the wife is either at work or she goes to bed earlier than me because she gets up earlier than I do. I don't want to get up too early because I work until 11 o'clock. I was working until 1 in the morning, but I was able to change that out. So I don't work from home. I'll definitely check out the workouts and the martial arts. I try to keep the politics off of here. I mean, I'll go out and rant every now and then, but generally, it's not what this channel is about. I have actually 3 channels. Didn't know I had them, but I have them. The MacBean Farms and Fitness I have, and then I have another where I just go under the name Blaze, and I haven't done anything with that one. But if I want to get into a political one, that will probably be the channel that I'll do it. Just right now, I don't have time for it. I barely have time for the 2. The only reason I did the farms and prepping it was to kind of separate the videos that I was putting on my fitness one. You know, the people go, what's it got to do with fitness? I said, well, you know, kind of like it. If you don't have food, you can't stay fit. And then some of them I'll put on both because there's enough channels to discuss politics. I don't want to discuss politics. I ain't got time for that. I'm too busy. I had a cousin. They watch news 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I told them, you got to turn that TV off. So go out and do things. Go outside, you know. Go for a walk. Get involved with something in town. Get a hobby. Watching the news is not a hobby. But I try to keep this one. And I like the channel. I like the way it's going. Not the new stuff. I do like the prepper stuff. I like the stuff that John at Prepper Nation puts out, and also Rudy at Alaska Prepper, and Cuba at Gray Man Prepping. Yeah, no kidding. But this one here, the kids actually got me to start because I was doing all these videos on the Facebook groups, and I was getting a lot of views, and they said, well, they might as well put it on YouTube because, I mean, Facebook ain't paying you anything. And so they set up my channel for me, and I'm still learning how to do it. I mean, did anybody have a trailer before they came here? Did it redirect you to another video? Because I think it's supposed to do that, but I've only heard somebody once say that. Yep, so I did it once. I do have one when I set it up where it says, you had a trailer, and I had it. And it was like a 20-second one, but it doesn't seem to work out too well. Van City Prepper, yeah. I like her channel. That's an exciting channel. And I was on there. That was fun, too. Been on her, and I've been on Gray Man. Those are the only 2 I've been on so far. And then when I do get a better signal, I'll try to have some people on mine. Just working on a mobile hotspot. It doesn't quite have the bandwidth that StreamYard wants to take up. Oh, yeah, her channel probably will. I watched Northern Girls channel get really big when she went and did the trucking rally. Unfortunately for the creators I watch, I have various ad blocks in place from the router down to the browser. Well, I appreciate you joining, James. And that's great too. I mean, I always tell people the best way to support channels is either join a membership or let those ads run. I will sit there and click on my channel from work and let the edge run. Just put it in the background and walk away. Because I actually participate in very few live chats. Well, Rainey, I'm glad you come to mind. I appreciate that. I know you tease you about you sending the rain here all the time, but yeah, I've got my wife's got relatives in Missouri. We always know when they complain about something, it's going to be here in about 12 to 16 hours because it's just coming that way. Every now and then it'll come up from south of Georgia, but when it does that, it hits us both at the same time. And we usually have a very heavy, wet spring. We have in the last 3 years anyway. Then it dries out in the summer. It's our running joke. Yep. Hey, stop sending the rain. Need some sunshine. Yeah, I think the live having somebody on your live stream kind of helps both channels out. Hopefully, it brings members from both sides. Kind of, I think it makes everybody a little bit stronger. I like it when. I think that's how I found Van City. Or is why I always kind of seen her in things, but when she was on, I think she was on the Angry Prepper. She was just a really enjoyable live stream. So I went and subscribed, and then somehow we just said, "Hey, yeah, I'd like to be on your show." And the same thing with Gray. Gray was like, "Oh, he asked to have people who want to be on their show," and I put it in a message, and I sent him an email. Said, "Yeah, I'd enjoy doing that." He actually sent me a Christmas card last year. He said, "If you want a Christmas card, just email me." So I did, and he did. I thought that was pretty cool. What's in her name anyway? I keep missing it. Are forced to go live with bigger channels to get subs, and that's fine. I mean, I don't mind getting subs. You like Survival Living Things channel, so I've watched that. It's just I have to kind of narrow it down to how many I can actually watch because I only have so much time in the day. 10 hours of it during the week is at work. About 6 hours is at rest. And the rest of it's for me to cook and plan and work out and garden. What is her name? Need to scroll up. Oh, Van City? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm bad on names anyway. I probably can go back to my email and find that out. Hang on a second. So that one's not too old of an email. Van City, there we go. She just says Van. So that's all I know is right now is her name's Van. Let me check. That was one email. Let me check further down. Yeah, she just addressed it as Van City. So I don't know her name. Just her first name, yeah. Maybe it's Van. It's an OPSEC thing, yeah. Operational security. She is interesting. I like her shows. Like I said, there's a few others that I like, and I always see Randy in the morning on Prepper Nation. James, I see you on a few. I mean, we all kind of run in the same circle for a lot of the points. I did have two creators on the fitness side put one of my videos in their video, and they just took off. I mean, one where I'm in his video benching 475. That video he posted has got over 475,000 views, which is huge. And I think the other one, heck, I shared that one on my webpage, on my community channel. I think I haven't looked at it lately, but it was up there. Let me go to my channel, community. Yeah, it's got, so the one that he got, I shared it on my channel, and off of my channel, it's got 1,700 views so far in 8 days, which is not bad. And the other one that another guy did, where I think I'm doing 465, it's got 98,000 views. These are probably bigger channels than mine. I only have one last chore to do, the one I hate the most, every night before I can go to bed. And what chore is that, Randy? Check all the doors. Clean the kitty box. You got to do that every night. See, Binks doesn't stay in the house. Binks stays outside. She'd like to stay in the house, but Binks has all her claws. And I've already got a piece of trim around the door I'm probably going to have to replace that she's tearing up. These cats are full of it. The wife did send me a kind of a cool picture, where my phone's downstairs, of Binks that probably during Halloween will be like the thumbnail on there. Yeah, so actually this morning, Mama let Binks in the house. I was still upstairs, and I come down. She all of a sudden ran for the kitchen. I said, "Binks, you in here?" She like, meow. And she'd already been fed, so I said, well, I went and sat down on my chair, and she hopped on my lap, and she was happy as could be. So I let her be on my lap for about 10, 15 minutes, and then I let her back outside. She still goes out there and hunts. She was out there hunting earlier today. She got a mouse, I think, the other day. Yeah, she's got a scratching post. It's my brick mold along my door thing she uses. Yeah, so I've only had 3 cats, and there always were gifts, I guess. So with this one, she was a feral cat, or I wouldn't say feral, but she was a wild cat for 6 years before she decided to come up right there at Christmas of 2019 and become my buddy. Now she's part of the family. And I had when I was in the Army, I rescued. And these people moved down. It was just a kitten. They left it, so I took it in. And I had it for about 2 years, and then they got sent to Korea, so I found a home for it. And then when I was a kid, I had one I raised with my dog, so I got it as a kitten and a puppy at the same time. Those two were partners in crimes. Taped it up. Yeah, she's hitting my door jam. Of course, she's always sitting there trying to get the attention to let her in. Yeah, they'll do that. So new house, so cats cannot go outside here. Yeah, when I was a kid, we lived out sick. Out 6 was not kind of pet. Prepper Cowboy, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you, brother. Make sure you get the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Kind of just having a late night chat. Let's talk about nutrition, and it has now become about cats, which is okay. Yes, cats will help your when you're petting a cat, you feel happy. Cats went in and out. There you go. Huh. Yeah, I don't think this cat would take traveling well. I'm not. My fear is I'd take her somewhere and then she would just take off, and then I'd be trying to get her back in the car, and it just I'm not willing to do that. And if I put her in a pet carrier, she probably would never forgive me. Nice thing is, we go on vacation. I'll leave her a bunch of food. You know, she's got 14 acres to play on, and then when we come back, she'll scold us for being gone, and all's fine. Okay, Con, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. So I decided to do a late stream to see if I could catch people that maybe live out towards more of the east or the west coast. Although I think everybody here has been on the east coast. Both were strays. Yep, whether we're deciding to move in with me or not. And usually cats like it when it's more on their thing. I mean, I can pick big something better, and she's okay with it, but she'd rather just jump on my lap. I think when it's more their idea, they feel better about it. So, once again, tomorrow's live stream will be out of the gym, is my plan. Probably just live streaming it like I am now, right out of the computer, but I use their Wi-Fi. And I'll be benching, going up to 315 the other time. And I did a set of three. My goal probably to go to 335. And, that's the way I'll do it is like, so let's call this the week of the 8th, 335. Then the week of the 15th, we'll go to 355. 22nd, 375. So by the 29th, Memorial Day weekend, I should be right there at 395, just shy of 400. And then I have June. So the next week is 405, 425, 435, 445. And then usually and I had to look it up, the UPA Battle of Mississippi is usually on in July. Battle on the Mississippi. Now that one I've done twice before. Iron Battle in the Mississippi. So it's July 16th and 17th. And I probably should be signing up here pretty soon. So yeah, this is in Dubuque, Iowa. Bill Carpenter runs it. He runs a nice show. And if I would do the online form, it's held at the Grand Harbor Resort and Water Park. It's a real nice place. Right now, the roster count is at 67. Saturday is the all men's and women's bench only, which usually what I do. Right now, there's only 3 signed up for it, but it's pretty early. And then you do open power on Saturday. They're only going to do. Then they have Sunday. They have a women's open, teens, juniors, and masters full power. And then they're doing Ironman, and they're doing deadlift only also on Sunday. So I don't know if I'm going to do deadlift. I'll do the bench. So July 16th and 17th, which is great because that gives me Prepper Nation John. He was in the Saturday night chat. And he was live on Friday. So I've had issues with them, but I always heal through them. On 3 occasions I've had problems with my rotator cuffs. But I do the field goal exercises, I do the cables in and out, and I'll do them a couple times a week. And they tend to keep, he has left all his social media accounts. I know I got that on a members only one. He kind of gave me something about that, but then it looked like he was. Let me see if I can scroll down to that. See how far this goes down. I remember I seen something like that. It made you think that's what was going on, but so here's the burnout one. Should be under my members only. For members only. So our first sprouts and potatoes. This is our buckets. So he sounds good there. Yeah, I thought it was about 3 days ago I seen something like that. Too late to start prepping. Brian filthy this morning. Yeah, I don't see anything on that. There's probably a lot of comments going on right now, and I can't see that because I'm doing this. Yeah, I don't see what I was trying to find. Let me look at, hey, Bitter Critter, how you doing? Only follow the YouTube chat. Says it's on the Facebook page for YouTube's Prepper Nation. Second Stars of Survival, how you doing, brother? Thanks for dropping in. I figured I'd do a late night one and maybe catch some people that are probably either at work or got other things to do when I do my morning one. Hey, Bitter Critter. Feels like I'm hitting the bar after work like the old days. Good to see you all. There you go. Slothbone, do you ever try a max curl? I haven't, and I'll do some heavy curls every now and then. But I used to curl really heavy in college. And what happened, I was walking around like this all the time because I couldn't straighten my arms unless I went up against the wall and shoved them straight. And the doctor I had at the time was a pretty good doctor. He was a bodybuilder. And he says, he first asked me how much I was curling. And I forget what it was at the time, but I told him, he was like, you probably should curl less. And so I did. So I wasn't walking around like Popeye all the time. So no, I haven't done a max curl in probably 15 years. But that was a good question. But I'm at work, yeah. See, and I can't listen when I'm at work. I can watch, and I can see the comments. So I say, "Hello, I'm at work. Can't hear you," because I can't because I got too much background noise going on, and I'm only on my phone, and I just can't put enough volume on that. So did we ever figure out what's going on in Prepper Nation? Burnout is real. That was the last one that I'll have to research that tomorrow. Yeah, I guess we'll find out tomorrow morning. There we go. What time does he usually upload his videos? Because it used to be like it was around 7:20, 7:21, and now I see it's a lot earlier. I put into join the group on Facebook. Thanks. Yeah, so I'm not doing much on Facebook anymore. I'll pop in there. There's some good lifters there I like to say hi to all the time. But I'm not doing on the Facebook like I used to. I was sending my YouTube videos on there, and I was posting them to the groups, and Facebook kicked me off for a week for doing it. So I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So yeah, they banned me from posting anything in groups for a week. And I was like, "Well, that was rude." But everybody, thanks for stopping in. I got 12 likes. If you haven't, please hit it. Looks like I'm getting to see pretty much my normal crowd and that, and a few new people. So I appreciate that too. Yeah, Facebook is stupid. And that's another reason why I'm just not on it. I mean, I was on Twitter one time, and Twitter was just ridiculous. People will sit there and say stuff to you that they'd never say to you face to face. So I got off it. I said, yeah, this ain't for me. Twitter was worse. Remind me of the old thing called Topics, where you just had people that you called trolls. They were just there to piss you off. Yeah, so much hate. I had one guy, he's, called me every name in the book, and I went to his Twitter page, praise the Lord, and, peace and tolerance and understanding. So I did a screenshot of his page and sent it back to him. I said, well, you're not showing too much tolerance and understanding here. Sure, this is your page? Have you been hacked? I actually got the guy to apologize to me. And it was just because we had a different opinion on politics. And that's when I said, yeah, I got better things to do with my time. So, but the YouTube I do enjoy. I do like the people that, in the group here that I've met. And it's been very enjoyable. So, yeah, tomorrow's going to be bench. We could probably do another gym in Streeter. I do have the gym in Pontiac. Nice gym, clean, great weights and everything. But the music they play, YouTube will make me mute out, and then you don't hear anything I say. And I'm like, so, and even my buddy's gym in Shorewood, he's got the music. You always get hit with that. Well, we can't monetize you because you got that song on there. And the one room in the Streeter gym, the music's not playing in there. So actually, when I did my curling ones, I actually brought those weights into that room and did that. Oh yeah, it's just and it's another thing. It's just I'm sitting there, typing back and forth with somebody, and I'm going, wait a minute, who's the bigger fool, me or him? Because here I'm. And then I realized that this guy is probably having the same argument with 15 other people. That's all they do. So I'm messaging with Dawn Bellman right now. I guess he'll let us know. Yes, no one gets paid. Yeah, there's some names for it, so that's right. I don't need to have. I don't have it uploaded yet, but I did one on breakfast this morning. I'll be uploading where I've got music playing in the background, but it's a short, and you don't make any money on shorts. You get a lot of views, you get a lot of attention out there on a short, but there is no money making potential on a short. When I did my reload work weekend, and I told you everything I said reload was going to be, just relisted. I went from, because I average about 4,000 views on a 48-hour period. It's about 2,000 views a day. And then that weekend, I got 40,000, like 42,000 views. So it was great, but monetized wise, it didn't change anything. So, in about the time you think you got it figured out, and then the next day it's like, no, I didn't make much money on that. Now what do I need to do? So anytime I pop on somebody's channel and if they got the 15 and 30-second ads go, I let them run. And then like James says, he does the membership, which I appreciate. That's, that helps out greatly too. And I do that. I got a member in, I think 3 or 4 channels that I'm a member on. Yeah. Does it count? They do count as watched hours. So if you are trying to, remember they're shorts or they're not very long, where, you do a live stream for an hour and you get 30 views, there's 30 hours right there. Well, not that everybody stays on their whole time, but people usually on my live streams, they stay on an average of about 9 to 15 minutes. So, one live stream can really probably do better than a short, but they do count. Or do they? Maybe they don't. I'll have to check on that. I'm not sure. But I guess what it is. Bansky, hey, how you doing? Just finished a late night workout. Blasted back and biceps. I'm pumped. There you go. Yep. So it's chest and tries and back and bis. When you are doing a back workout, you are doing biceps for the most part. So I fast forward. There you go. I understand. I try to keep things as interesting I can, but I find that the live streams, when we're doing the interaction with y'all on the chat, work out the best. I can come up with maybe about 20 minutes of the benefits of the B complexes. I'll mention a few times for people coming back in there so they get that information. But after that, it's usually just responding to what people are asking me and what's going on in the background. I'm not on the boring list. I appreciate that. So, and I try to, I research my stuff. I mean, the first time I talked about vitamins, I just told about the information I knew off the top of my head. And then someone suggested, might have been Jason, says, why don't you, do a series on them? And I said, yeah, that's a good idea. So I would sit there and research and I did pages of notes. So I could refer to it and make sure that I covered everything on it. So like today, I picked up a bottle of vitamin E because my multivitamin only has about 25% of what you want. Granted, it's not something I want to take mouthfuls of because you don't want to get too ridiculous on that. But vitamin E is really good for the healing of the skin and cells and that. To lose weight quickly is not the way to do it. I mean, you can drop water weight rather quickly if you're just trying to weigh in. But to truly lose the weight properly, it takes time. Yeah, the iron's not even in the vitamins in because the iron, if you take too much, it's not good. Keep your mouth closed, Randy. No, dropping weight quickly is not healthy for you on keto. So I'm going to have to research it, James, before I give any opinion on it. Because I may be on a keto diet. I know I eat a lot of protein. So I'll tell you what, I'll research it. And maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll bring that in one of my chats and we'll discuss keto. I hate to make a comment on something that I'm not versed in. But real can, don't try to lose weight quickly. Your goal should be try to drop about 2 pounds a week. Truly dropping 2 pounds a week. You're going to have fluctuations. I mean, I got on the scale one day I was 234, the next day I was 238, next day after that I was 237. You just can't weigh yourself every day because there's just too many factors that fluctuate your weight. The best way to lose weight is cut calories from your diet and what you eat and when you eat it. So the worst time to eat dessert is late at night because you go to bed. Desserts are usually high in sugar. It's got nowhere to go but fat. If you have dessert earlier in the day and you're active, well, now that sugar is burned up for energy. But the way to sit there and lose weight is a calorie deficit, and you don't want to starve yourself. So I always tell people cut 200 calories off your daily intake for 2 weeks and see what you did. If you haven't lost weight, then cut another 200 calories off. But then also, if you're drinking soda, stop drinking soda. There's too much sugar in it. If you're drinking the sugar-free, the stuff they have in there is not good for you anyway. So get rid of soda. Because, you drink soda on a regular basis, that's 5 pounds of sugar by the end of the month. And it is discipline. And sometimes it helps just to write it down. Write down what you have for breakfast. I mean, okay, kind of if you want, email me at scottishfitness@gmail.com. Pretty much what your meals are like. What's breakfast, what's lunch, what's dinner, and what do you eat as snacks and when do you eat them? And then I can give you some advice. Well, they're not counting calories, but this is the way to get them to start doing it. 200 calories is 2 less eggs. You're trying to gain weight, 200 calories, add 2 eggs to your diet. I mean, almost anything that you open up has got the calories on it per serving. And, I do that. I count my calories. Am I religious about it, fanatically about it? No. But I know to maintain my strength, I'm usually around 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day when I'm really active. JGB Hugs. Yeah, late evening. Hey, how you doing? So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Thanks for hopping in. But yeah, it should be easy to remove from a diet. Absolutely. It's just a discipline to keep remembering to do those things. And sometimes you have to suppress some urges. I mean, there's times I'm like, man, that ice cream looks good, but it's 9:30 at night. So I'll say, I'll have it before I go to the gym. And I can burn those calories at the gym, no problem. And extra physical activity to burn those calories. Now, physical activity, if you're not doing physical activity and you start doing it, it is also going to drive your appetite up. Because now your body is now switching over to where before it was putting everything into fat. Well, it's still wanting to put things in fat, but now it needs energy. So when you sit there and increase your physical activity, that's when you got to start eating cleaner because you still need calories and your body's going to crave more. So, I mean, there's a lot of people in the gym that are strong, but are overweight. But it's still being better to be in the gym overweight than not to be in the gym and be overweight, I guess. Here a little while back, every time I leave my office and cross a doorway, 3 pull-ups each direction. Yeah. And I was doing that when I ran the Sears store. There were some beams I could grab where every time I went to the warehouse, I did pull-ups. And usually on the hour, I would do push-ups in my office. And I was very active then. Plus, I was still going to the gym full time. So now my job now is very physical. But yeah, don't try to drop the weight quickly because it's never a successful plan. I mean, yeah, you can drop 15, 20 pounds in a month. You'll put it right back on because you didn't give yourself healthy habits or a healthy routine to keep it going. It is hard to stop the urges. Absolutely, it is. You just got to say who's stronger. Is that bigger than me, or am I bigger than that? You understand? And you can't diet 24/7. You diet 5 days a week. You really do. Some people say, "Well, I have a cheat meal." You don't have a cheat meal. You diet 5 days a week. I diet on my work days. So Monday through Friday, I'm eating really healthy, really clean. Still a lot of calories, but really healthy and really clean. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I eat whatever I want. Not saying I'm eating junk food, but you can't sit there and diet every day because you're doomed to fail. You're not going to do it. And there are times that your body does have urges. But if you sit there and you cut your calories down and you start eating clean Monday through Friday, you will sit there and lose, that 1 or 2 pounds a week. Well, that's 50 pounds by the end of the year. That's significant. So it's, as I say, slow and steady wins the race. And by that time, you have set the proper routine and it's just automatic for you. Those fad diets, those lose weight quick diets, it's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. It puts your body in a system shock and it stresses your organs. Yep. Takes 3 weeks to lose a habit, takes 3 weeks to form a habit. When you want to quit smoking, you got to quit smoking for 3 weeks. After that's just a habit. When I decided to quit smoking, I quit drinking. Because the only time I really smoked was when I was drinking. So I gave it up for Lent. Wife didn't think I could do it. Said I can do anything I set my mind to it because I'm bigger than that. And that was 22 years ago. Now, I was never a heavy smoker, but it just, I'm in the gym working out, and I said, yeah, that's got to stop. And now I know never to pick one up again. You do, and the best way to changing your habits is to write it out. Write a list of what you're doing now, and write a list how you can improve what you need to do later. And like I said, if you want to send that to me on email and that, I'll definitely try to put together some advice for you. And it's nothing is ever going to be drastic coming from me. Slow changes over time give you big results. Jason, hey, how you doing? About 15 minutes of chat. I'm at work. Yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, on the second shift, I know I'm on second shift. I got the 3 to 11. I actually go in at 1. So I can get 10 hours not to stay late. Knowing why you eat helps. I'm a nibbler, so I can't get near a bag of chips. Oh, I tell you, I'll destroy a bag of chips. I do like chips. So I don't buy them. My wife does. I'll have some during lunch every now and then, but not while I'm at work. I'm on thirds right now. Okay, 10 to 6, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah, ours are 7 to 3, 3 to 11, and then 11 to 7. But they're pretty generous about overtime if you want to work it. But I come in on early on the first shift because I can learn more things on first shift. Third shift's they're kind of like the lost shift, I think. That sounds like, Jason, that you're on a flotating schedule on that. Third shift is the only one I had a hard time with. First and second shift, no problem. We did eat a late dinner tonight, but what I did is I made if anybody follows the Alaska Prepper, I made the apple pie cake today. His mom goes, "Did you get anything from the store that was sweet?" I said, "No." I said, "Just me, baby." She goes, "Well, I wanted pie or something." She goes, "You can make it apple pie cake. It don't take long." I said, "All right," I did it. So we both had a bowl before dinner, an hour before dinner. And all those calories, I'm sitting there burning off as I'm cooking the real dinner. a week on each shift with time off between shifts. Used to it now. There you go. Well, yeah, like tell people, I'm not telling you not to have dessert. Just don't have it before you go to bed. Have dessert at 4 in the afternoon. So you have time to get it. Zombie Nightmare, how you doing? When was my first 405 bench? Good question. So I didn't bench it in high school. I was a much lighter person. I graduated high school about 155, 160 pounds. I think I was only benching about 2.25. I was very lean. I was very, very high metabolism. I was wiry. When I went into service, the first year of service, I put on a bunch of weight. I put on, I was about 185 to 205, depending if I was out in the field or not. And I grew about 3 more inches. I went from 6'1" to 6'4". And then I got out of service. I was in college. I was benching about 285. And I stayed there at 285. I figured, I'm 6'4". I got really long arms. I said, those heavier weights are probably not. Hey, just got here. Yes. So Sunset's asking Jason why he worked 3 different shifts. I think that's the way his job is, but I'll let him answer that. So I did that. I mean, my workout was more like to build really muscle and that. I had a metabolism what shut down, so my body fat was probably only around 7%. I eat healthy. I eat about 6-7 meals a day. I would cook up 15 pieces of chicken, and I would eat that throughout the whole day. I'd eat about 6 cups of rice, and I was working out 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, religiously. I had a 7 to 3:30 job, and when I got home by 4, because I live close, I'd work out from 4 to 7. Nothing happened until I got done working out. Then I would cook dinner. And then I'd have to fire the grill up again because I ate everything for dinner. So when I was 40, I made a goal to hit 315, and about 11 months later, I hit it. So I was really happy. So 315 is like, boom, that was great. And then I was working out in the gym for a couple of years. And somebody asked me, he goes, well, why don't you bench 405? I said, well, I'm 6'4", I got these long arms. He goes, sounds like you're making an excuse. I said, you're right, I am. So I put together a program, and I gave myself 2 years. I think I was benching maybe around 350 at the time. I gave myself 2 years to hit it. And I went at it, and within 20 months, I hit it the first time. I think I was 45 years old, first time I hit 405. And then it took me 4 months to hit it again. And then it's always been my goal to stay above 405. So I hope that answered your question. I was 45 years old the first time that I hit 405. And, I understand it probably caused a lot of confusion in a new gym. Because when they see me, I'm tall, I lift for power now. So you're benching 140 as a junior. You described how I am high school right now. Do you have any tips to improve your bench? Oh, absolutely. Now, don't be in a hurry. But that's injuries suck. So you're benching 140 pounds. How much do you weigh? That'd be the first thing I'd want to know. So pretty recently, I like the way you think. Yeah, 16 years ago, I hit 405 for the first time. My goal is to keep staying about it. So 124. So you're benching over your weight, which basically only about 3% of males can do. You're already in 3% there. So how tall are you, Zombie? I got a banana. So 124, and how tall are you, Zombie? But if you're doing 140 pounds now, you're right. You're on the right way. You're going to have to eat about 5'10". So you're lean. You're like me. You're very lean. So don't be in a hurry, especially in high school, because understand most of the calories that you are eating are going into growing. So most of the stuff you're eating is growing into to make your bones bigger, to make your skin bigger, to make yourself taller. So that's kind of what's going against you. So you have to pack in a lot of calories, especially earlier in the day. So you probably need to eat a heavier breakfast or two breakfasts before you go to school. I start bringing some more food with you, and besides what they're feeding you at the cafeteria, if they're feeding you at the cafeteria, I don't know if they're doing it anymore. Uh, and if you want to get stronger, you have to lift heavy, lift heavy. So if you're doing sets of 10, those don't necessarily make you stronger, but they will make you bigger, and you slowly will get stronger. But generally, if you want to get stronger, you want to do what are called steps, where you do your warm ups, and then you do your one weight you can do 10 of, and then you increase that weight and you try to get 7 of them. You increase that weight, you try to get 5. You increase that weight, you try to get 3, and then you go back the other way. So that means then you go back down to that weight, do your 7, go 5, go down to that weight, do your 7, go down to your weight, do your 10. And then you're going to be off to your next exercise, which usually would be flies. Flies are a great way to stretch out your shoulders and that. Yeah. As well, what you're describing for sets. And then you need to have, as soon as you're done working out, you need to eat protein right away. So as soon as you finish your workout, you want to eat some protein. About an hour later, you want to eat more. Generally, your body can only deal with about 30 to 50 grams at a time. So it just doesn't pay to sit there. But what a great source of protein. We can do protein bars. We don't want to do a bunch of them because they can cause issues. Peanut butter sandwiches are good. Eggs, milk. I drink Fairlife milk. If you watch my other lives, I'll always have it on there, but it comes in the blue or red half gallons. And the reason I drink that because it has 13 grams in an 8-ounce serving of protein versus 8 grams that regular milk has. So it has 50% more protein, a little over 50, than regular milk has. And it has half the sugar. So an average protein powder scoop, yeah. So your average protein powder scoops is usually somewhere between about 25 and 30 grams, which is plenty. Put it in a glass of milk. That adds another 8 grams or 13 if you do it the other way. I will have them every now and then. A lot of times I'm just drinking the milk. The Fairlife I can drink. So if I get 26 grams, all I got to do is drink 16 ounces of milk. That's a protein shake. I'm getting a half gallon of it for $4. Absolutely, anytime. If you have a question, just shoot me an email, and then I'll answer as best I can. And then when you do hit new weights, just shoot me an email, let me know so I can give you, or put it in messages so I can give you a shout out on it. Hard-boiled eggs kind of don't go well with you, Randy. I think. Well, I did, yeah. So I can just let that go off. Wasn't sure how well this live stream was going to work out, so I had my Fallout game going. I haven't played it, but peanut butter in my coffee. Peanut butter in your coffee? I never heard of that. Where's that protein powder? Peanut butter? Yep. I like Fallout 3. The daughter to let us know we're going to be grandparents sent us the year's special book. Just regular Fallout 3, not New Vegas. Here, let me might remember the scene. I'm heading to Erifu. It's like eating a Reese's cup without the sugar. Well, you got me curious. You definitely got me curious on that peanut butter and coffee. I might have to try that tomorrow. The things that you learn on here. So I appreciate it. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. We got 16 thumbs up, got 8 in chat. I kind of stay up this late on purpose because I'm not getting home until 11:30. It's 10:55 here Central Time. So for me to go bed earlier, just I'll kind of throw up my day and I'll be at work getting all sleepy and ready to roll. But it has been enjoyable. I know Mama's already went to bed about an hour ago, and I'm sure she's already out. She is one of those people I can just lay down and go to sleep. I cannot. Absolutely. Having a nightmare. More than happy to help. Thanks for joining in. If you're a sub, thank you. If not, please subscribe. And best way you can help the channel is either do it as James, is hit the membership. On there, members do get discounts on my Scottish Fitness shirts. And then if you are a member for 6 months, basically I'm just going to have me send you your size and your address, and I will mail you a shirt. But otherwise, I do appreciate everybody in here. Did get a few new faces in here, which is great. And I appreciate everybody else sitting there stopping in. And I'm hoping the advice I give you is good advice. Okay, Con, good luck with that. Like I said, just small changes. We'll do that. And then once you start seeing the results, a lot of times you'll get more motivated to do it. But you got to do the small changes so you set the correct habits, so you keep doing them over time. Davey Ruggs, you have a fabulous day. And remember, tomorrow morning's live stream, we'll be at the gym. I'll try to get going at 9:15, but it might be 9:30. Just see how fast I can get my butt out the door. All right, so everybody have a wonderful night. Thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. About the 17 thumbs up. So I appreciate that. And this might be something I do on a kind of regular basis too. Probably not every night, but probably just on Sunday nights. Doesn't seem to be like a lot of stuff going on Sunday night, so it might be a good time. All right, John with MacBean Scottish Fitness. And don't forget about my other channel, MacBean Farms and Prepping. I'll be putting up some new things on there where I was planting some bushes and cleaning up around the pond. Yay. Oh, yeah, my hike in the woods.